How you doing? Tobin, to my left, Luna and Athena. She's waiting for the stick. We are back out in the Willamette National Forest, Blue River Reservoir. I did Sacagawea from way up above the lake. We're on a peninsula, as you can see there from Google Maps, to review the completion in the Core of Discovery series, simply called The Expedition. The Core of Discovery series is more than a tribute to history, and in a lot of ways it's been a reflection of my own going through this, going all the way back to the beginning of the year. We did released Lewis and Clark back in March. I did that review on March 5th. Got you guys set up on the tripod, and in a lot of way it's been a reflection of traditions that I personally hold close, the people in my life, the women in my life, my wife, my mom, our daughter, our sons, the things that they have taught me, the legacy that lives in the little things. I talk about a lot in my content, the little big things. A shared ritual like what we do in the community with our love of wet shaving, to even now with my wife who's sitting about 30 feet in front of the camera, in front of me. The quiet moments that she and I share with the dogs, and when, inviting you guys out here with us. And stories passed down from my own personal upbringing that I've shared with our kids. The expedition isn't just the final chapter in the core of discovery. It's a celebration of that journey, a celebration of my own life's journey and the roads that have led me to even where I'm standing right now today in the middle of the Willamette National Forest with Miss Luna right there, who's waiting for her next stick. Yeah, I gathered a whole bunch of them. Oh, but I couldn't hit that tree again if I tried. So it's not the final chapter. It is a celebration of the journey and a reminder that discovery begins at home. So if you're a father or a parent like I am, that's one of the little big things that I'll be focusing on as I share this shaving ritual with you. Full disclosure, right up front, this is a collaboration. I did not pay for the soap and splash. I did not pay for the X-Straight. I highly recommend you guys grabbing the X-Straight. It is so damn good. We kind of stumbled upon this fragrance. Long story short, I wanted this last fragrance to be a celebration type fragrance. Lewis and Clark, the first fragrance, is so stinking good. You can get merch if you're curious in any Lewis and Clark Core Discovery merchandise. That's part of my website. There'll be a link to that in the description. But this is a clone of Parfums de Marly's Perseus. It came out in 2024. It's never been done by anyone in the community. And I thought about, doing different oceanic fragrances with a little bit of woods in with it. And the first two fragrances, Lewis and Clark and Sacagawea, were completely original fragrances. Never done before. Frank created them. We created them together, if you watch those videos. With this one, though, I wasn't sure which direction I wanted to take it. So I started looking at fragrances that I always wanted the community to do, or ones that I thought could be done better. And so I came up with Perseus and presented it to Frank. Frank said he would see what he could do. You guys, this is so damn good. It is so good. If you're familiar with Perseus, you know what to expect. If you're not, let's talk about it a little bit right up front. We do the family fragrance score. With Lewis and Clark, I'm torn between that one and this one being my favorite. With Lewis and Clark, we really wanted to have a masculine, rugged, woody side, and we absolutely achieved that. With Sacagawea, we took it a little softer. to try and celebrate that strength through resilience, you know, like a quiet strength. My wife and Emily, they gave Lewis and Clark an 8 and a 7. No, double 8s on Lewis and Clark. Lewis and Clark is Emily's favorite to this day of the 3. And then with Sacagawea, Alexis was an 8 and Emily was a 7. With this one here, the Expedition, my wife Alexis gives it a 10, and she would give it higher if she could. I would as well. For me, Lewis and Clark would be my second favorite. This one, this is just like the perfect date night. The opening is bright and juicy. It's led by grapefruit. Oh, I'm forgetting my pre-shave. The tube 2.0 in my little travel size jar because it fell apart on me. But what was I saying? I was talking about the opening is bright and juicy, and it's led by the grapefruit and bergamot. Get you guys set up on the tripod. This is the bottom of the tube, and it broke off on me. I was trying to fix it, and it didn't work. I won't tell you how I was trying to fix it because it was a bad idea. It didn't work though. Can you guys hear the geese in the B-roll after the shave? I'll show you a 360 of my surroundings. Woodpecker right over here, big beautiful red one. Salamander, these Canadian geese that are flocking in by the dozens. Ready? We've been up here for hours, but those two, they don't stop until the drive home. The black currant brings this tart, juicy twist is where that juiciness is coming from in a lot of ways, but it's kind of tart is the best way that I can describe it. The top is energetic and slightly sharp. Captain's Choice Bowl, I already scooped. This is the Sawdust Creation Studios brush from the first release. When I came out here, there was 2 left when I checked the Etsy, but there might only be 1 left as of the time of recording this. Even though Bobby Moffett at Sawdust Creation Studios, he's made 5 bowl and brush sets with each one. Thank you again, Bobby. They're all gorgeous, as you guys can see. I'll be putting them on the screen. They go so quick. All of them have been gone within the first 24 hours, but Lewis and Clark, all 5 were gone in a couple of hours. I think with Sacagawea, 1 lingered until the next day. He released them late last night, and when I woke up this morning, I mean like late last night, like at 11 o'clock. When I woke up this morning, he was already down to 2, and then I got a text message on the way up here this afternoon that there was only 1 left. It's like 6 p.m. on Sunday. Today's the last day of summer, right? This is a 26 millimeter high mountain white. Bobby always has a bunch of killer brushes though on his Etsy. The middle of this fragrance brings a green, earthy vibe. The vetiver is adding like a dry texture. I don't really notice the fragrance of vetiver, but what I think it's doing in this fragrance is like bringing a dry, green texture to it. The green mandarin keeps the citrus alive, but it's kind of like more herbal. The citrus that you get though in the top and from the green mandarin in the middle, they stay with you all the way down through the dry down. They just slowly begin to fade and take a back seat to where, and I'm reviewing the splash. I have the trifecta, that's Sacagawea. I got all of them over here to my left. So I'm reviewing the fragrance in the splash, even though I have the soap, splash, and extrait. And I highly recommend the extrait. I'm not reviewing the extrait. We are talking solely about the splash. I do that just because this is a wet shaving channel, and I feel like most guys are going to end up buying the splash over the extrait. If you liked Sacagawea and Lewis and Clark, you're going to love this. I guarantee it. If you liked either one of those, you're going to love this one. I'm not just saying that. I'm not going to profit from the sale of this. I mean it. I do have, you know, a dog in the fight is my vested interest in the labor of bringing it, seeing the collaboration through. But outside of that, there's nothing for me to gain. I will earn a few dollars though if you buy any merchandise off the link in the description. I got other wet shaving stuff in there. Keep adding more, add more as we come down into, oh, and the geranium, that's the third note in the middle. It's just like lifting the fragrance. I really don't notice a floral presence in this one. This is a masculine fragrance. I would say it's unisex, but leans masculine. A woman could certainly pull this one off. I would say that Lewis and Clark is the most masculine, then the Expedition, and then Sacagawea. Sacagawea is definitely a unisex fragrance, but it leans masculine at the same time. I really think that a woman can wear any fragrance. I think you can wear any fragrance. I have with me a razor that my mom gave me. She's given me many razors. If you're familiar with my content, this is a 1908. It came in the standard set, vintage Gillette single ring. So 1908, I wanted to go with this old rustic razor. And I have loaded in it a Rex Platinum. And I scooped with an Ian Lagaki wooden spoon scoop. And there'll be a link in the description for Ian's gear. I got a big rock right here to my left. You'll see that in the B-roll. And my stick pile is dwindling, even though I had a pretty good size stick pile. Yeah, I heard that too. Did she even flinch? Hope you guys are doing well. I'm doing great. I'm so happy to be here. What are you doing? The foundation. Okay, so as we come into the base of this fragrance, it's smooth and woody. The cashmere wood and the dry wood the ambergris and balsam fir have like this musky warmth to it. I haven't used this razor in forever. I try not to use it too often. No mirror, just the camera on my cell phone. Hope the camera's or the microphone's picking up whatever that bird is in the distance. A musky warmth, and just like because of the way the ambergris is working with the woods and the balsam fir, you get like this touch of forest air. I just think it's absolutely perfect, like the way that sunlight is breaking through the trees right now. Talk to him.
That's still the woodpecker.
That's another woodpecker. We were surrounded by them earlier. This fragrance drops September 25th, this coming Friday. And I can't believe how time has just flown by. Overall, I would say that this fragrance, so we're talking about the dry down, once you've gone through the 3 stages and into the 4th and final stage, which is the fragrance that you're going to wear all day, that it is, the citrus is always there, like I said. In the top, when you first apply the splash, you're going to be greeted by this beautiful, perfect citrus with that grapefruit and bergamot and that black currant, and then the green mandarin right down in the bottom is just, and then the middle is the heart is just creating this beautiful, perfect citrus. I mean, just perfect citrus. The citrus is always there. It just goes from being the star of the show to slightly, slowly fading as you go into the middle and into the base. Hi, Luna. And as that happens, you start watching, or you start noticing how the middle really comes alive with that vetiver and the cashmere wood and the dry wood. Flew off the wrong way. Creamy, woody, slightly resinous. Like I said, the citrus is always there. Confident, comforting, perfect for any time of the year because of the citrus in the top. Ooh, did I get myself over there? It looked like I did for a second. But then, because of the vetiver, the woods, the ambergris, and the balsam fir, I really feel like this is a fragrance that you can wear throughout the year. Absolutely, 100%. Got my rinse bowl right here. I'm gonna need to give it a quick little splash. Never used a Rex blade in this razor. Probably wasn't the best choice. On the screen, I'll put all the things that this is available in. I believe there's the balm, the bath bar again, killer bath bar. The extrait is just winner chicken dinner. I cannot overhype this fragrance enough. This was sent out to a bunch of friends of mine and other people in the community for review. As they get their content up, I'll be posting that to my YouTube channel so that you guys can get someone else's take on it. Matthew Lawrence, Patrick Croman, and a handful of others, Sean Staplefield. I really made my skin angry right there, didn't I? Part of it's a ginger problem. Part of it was my technique and blade choice in that razor. At home, I'd rinse off with water under the sink. If you've never tried the Strike Gold base, it is absolutely one of the best soap bases you'll try on the market today. It's got tallow, a whole bunch of other good stuff, as you can see there on the screen. The fragrance strength off the tub of the soap, about a 4. When you lather it up, it stays about a 4. The splash, I'd say, is a 4 or 5 when it comes to the scent strength. The extrait is perfect. It's a 5 when it comes to scent strength. It's got great sillage, great projection, everything that you would expect from a Parfums de Marly's fragrance or from any high-end niche fragrance. The extrait is just wonderful. My wife and I cannot get enough of this one. One being I hate it, 5 being I like it, 10 being I love it. The wife gives this one a 10, and our 17-year-old daughter gives it an 8. Those are great scores. The splash, if you have the other ones, you'll notice that he's changed the sticker. So this was Lewis and Clark, and then that's Sacagawea, to where now you kind of have this high gloss. So it still has that same look to it, and I'm so happy with how these came together to have a flow. I wanted to have this, like each part was another book, another piece in the story, but same product, just a high gloss label now, and I really like that. It pops. It was kind of hard to capture in photos, but it looks great. Give it a good shake if you've never used his splash before. Full of skin foods. Chock full of skin foods. Just a dab will do you. You don't need a whole lot. If you've never seen me apply splash before, I do it differently than most guys. I do like to have a good concentration and to rub it in and around. This allows me to get it back behind the neck and behind the ear if I choose to. I just drip it onto my finger. I have no problem with this absorbing in or anything like that when I do it. If you buy outside of the States, I'll put that on the screen right now so I don't say it wrong, but he can't ship the X-Straight outside of the United States because of shipping restrictions. And then same with the Splash. If you buy the Splash, mine has alcohol, but if you're outside of the United States because of shipping regulations, you'll get the Witch Hazel Splash. Here comes the sun, doo-doo-doo-doo. It's a little big things, my friends. This has been one of the greatest little big things ever for me. Doing this trilogy release has just been so much fun. It has been such a pleasure and an honor to work with Frank and with Bobby. If you're not familiar with my content, I speak highly of them both all the time. I own probably 15 or 16, 20 brushes from Bobby Moffett. His son, Rob Moffett, is the artisan at Chisel and Hound. I own a bunch of his brushes. Just two guys that I've known for years, and they're amazing men. They really are. And then Frank, retired police officer, he still works in law enforcement, and just, even though he's a New Yorker, I won't hold it against him. He's damn good people. And Frank, I want to thank you from the bottom of my shave bowl that this has just been like the greatest experience. It really has been. And I really hope, no, I don't hope, I know that when people try this, if you like a citrus and a wood fragrance, you're going to love it. This is an easy sell that I guarantee you that if you like a citrus and you like a woody fragrance, Perseus is just another one of those fragrances from Parfums de Marly. Like I've said before, my favorite niche fragrance house is Parfums de Marly, and this one is what you would expect from them and what I've come to expect from Frank, that when Frank sets out to do a fragrance, he nails it, that it's always just as good as it gets. Right, Luna? We got 3 sticks left. I can't believe that today is the last day of summer. Tomorrow's the first day of autumn. How'd that happen? I guess for those of you watching, though, in the southern hemisphere, it means today's the last day of winter. Tomorrow's the first day of spring. That's pretty cool for you. Last one. You guys take care. I'll see you next time. Thanks again, Frank and Bobby. Welcome to the B-roll. There's Miss Luna waiting for a stick. And here comes Athena. She says, yes, Dad. So that's the direction I've been facing, Athena. Off to my left was your right. Let's pan out to 0.6. Got the setting sun over here behind me now. I've been facing in this direction. There's my beautiful bride. Had you guys set up on the tripod. Carried this log over here to use as a table. My other stool. My Athena pile, my Luna pile. Tweedledee and Tweedledum. Dorcas and Porcus. I want to again thank Frank and Bobby for allowing me to be a part of this, to endeavor this journey with me, and really just heartfelt gratitude to Frank, because like I've said a few times during all this, this has just been the greatest experience as a shave nerd, as a schnerd, as a fragrance lover, a frag head, and I just couldn't have asked for a better experience. And better men, they just simply don't exist. I've gotten to know Bobby and Frank so well over the last decade or so, and I love them. I really do, as brothers. It's little big things, my friends. Hope you guys continue to focus on the things that matter. Until next time, take care. Dad's base. Nope, not today. Got lots of good video in there. Got quite the hole right there.
Yeah. And then is that a fungus that's acting like a little stand?
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's pretty.
Was it worth it? This is a really rough house for Boomtown too. This is right where Athena ate it. I was just watching you guys. You're fun. Definitely lower, huh? Yeah. Drops off right there.
Yeah, it does. Big time. Love it up here.
Beautiful last day of summer.